Hello and welcome back to Year of RPG 2025 contest here, Crumbling Caverns by Lova P48. Guitarista, a young traveling bard, was walking through the Lesna meadows when he had a terrible accident. The ground beneath his feet collapsed and he slid along the rocks into the hollowed cavern below. Can you help him navigate this tragedy? Great. Just my luck to end up in a dark, dusty cavern like this one. Oh, Greb, I'm not getting back up there. Too far up to try and climb back up without equipment. Alright, looks like a one-room thing where we don't get to come back here. Also, we start with a staff, which is kind of cool. Sapphire Sentry, Amber Arachnid, and Fuchsia Flutterwing. I suppose that is their color. Also interesting that there's no music here. We've just gone with ambient sound. That's an interesting effect. Actually, I like that something was done with that. Nice, so Sapphire Sentry cannot be hurt. But attack is very good for everything. Of course. Well, I can see a sheen of light to the south of here, too. Perhaps I could get out of this cavern there? Well, I don't think we're going south, except that all those rocks blocking my way, which look unclimbable. What is this? A map? Looks like an old map of this cavern. How accurate could it be, really, though? I can barely see anything from the writing. But apparently most of the terrain is too dangerous to traverse backwards. Right, so we have, I guess, a loop and a way up at the end. Okay, well, it's just stats. So I do have some Flutterwing fights for attack. Probably what I want. How much do the Sapphire Sentries hit for? They hit for quite a bit. And we're being hit quite a few times. So I see there are these one for attack, but I'm actually inclined to do this at the start. Because it gets me a defense right away. I do take 2 hits from that, but those hits aren't really going to be that much cheaper later. Now it's 2 more for another, but still cheaper than anything else. I guess the only other consideration is whether we want more defense before we take on more Flutterwings. I think getting the 2 attack as quickly as possible saves a lot more than trying to get defense first. Alright, we do want more attack before we go for the Arachnid. Arachnid's guarding attack here, we got defense here. 2 of you for a shovel, which can then be traded for either an attack or a defense. I think we're probably going for the attack just because it makes Arachnids cheaper. So it's only 2 hits each, but more attack doesn't make Flutterwings cheaper. In fact, all of the attack in this room does not make Flutterwings cheaper. So at this point, every Flutterwing that's worth defense I should probably do. Okay, I'm just not doing that spider ever. I guess technically defense makes them cheaper, but fighting them for defense is just worth doing at this point. Alright. And then use our shovel. Maybe it's going to be more useful somewhere else, but given that there's no backtracking, I'm just going to take this one room at a time and not worry about optimizing. That is for future playthroughs. So we'll take the attack. How much of a difference does that even make? Yeah, 286. It does let us... It saves us 40. And it technically lets us hurt the Sapphire Eye, but that was never getting any better. Get that defense as soon as possible. And I guess that's basically it. Even with maximum stats, those 50 health are not worth getting. Might as well get that for the health bonus. I think we're done. Okay. Same enemies, but then we also have Tartrazine. Not familiar with that color. I'm guessing it's a yellow then. A Tartrazine Thorn Blossom. Okay. The silence is creeping me out. I better play a little something for myself. Okay, much better. I do like this this track. It's a good choice. All right, so we have. Okay, if I'd saved the shovel, I could have gotten better with it. There is still one shovel here, 2 shovels here even. We can get 3 attack, 4 attack. If we're going all attack, which I guess is what I've decided to do. Well, we're never fighting these, but we can get defense first. Okay, attack makes the amber arachnids cheaper. Free attack also makes these cheaper. By how much? They do so many hits, so not really by that much, honestly. Okay, I can grab that, I guess. And that's a heavy hit. If I just want 1 attack, I can do better than that. Let's just see how much of a difference the 3 makes. Ow. Well, it makes the eyes a lot more reasonable, but it actually doesn't improve the thorn blossoms or the arachnids nearly as much as I would have hoped. And even at that reduced price, I still don't really want to be fighting them. Alright, so then this possibly means I want to grab defense first. Whoops. Well, there's also this. I can grab that. None of these enemies strike first yet. Like, this arachnid up here is technically a profit, and I get a defense off of it. Which matters quite a bit. Okay, I am actually inclined to do that first then. Because defense seems to matter quite a bit here. Might as well grab that first, it's only a single hit. The only thing that's going to improve that is more defense, which, you know, I'm getting defense from it anyway, might as well just do it. So I do want the attack, obviously, I'm just trying to get the defense first. 1 attack does make a difference on you. Is it only 20? Yes. And if I did this one... 40, okay. So 2 attack. So the 3rd attack doesn't help, is what I was just checking there. So 2 attack helps on you. The 3rd attack, I guess, helps with the Thorn Blossom. Thinking maybe I go down this way and go through here, because I do get a decent amount of health out of this. I get the defense, I can get this attack. So if I am doing that... Honestly, we probably just do this. 1 attack does help with you again. This is pretty tight. Okay, with all those stats... Okay, well, for one thing, I wasn't paying attention to is that the Flutterwings actually get cheaper here. So if I do that, Flutterwings are now just 30. Which means that I can actually get health by fighting them now. Which, funnily enough, means going in this way is actually better than going in this way. I guess we can leave that defense. Okay, Flutterwings, 16 attack, so that's not even a consideration at this point. More defense, though. Well, maybe them. We grab defense first. That was 2 fights for 1 defense. I can do better. 2 fights. Oh, did the light reacted. Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of polish in this entry. Well, we are trying to get the attack, so we'll do that. And, let's see. Obviously going through here is going to be better, and it gets us more stats. How much do you guys hit for now? 73. So this is probably just not worth getting, ever. Does 1 attack help with the arachnid? It does. Thorn Blossoms can get cheaper. Probably not enough to ever grab this, though. Yeah, so there are a lot of trades in here that are just kind of noise, like things that you will never actually do under any circumstances. Okay, I could probably... Well, okay. I should do this now. I can save myself 1 hit point. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't getting cheaper with more attack. And then I just got this at the end, and I think I want to go around this way. So I get that health. Might as well grab that. Okay. And the rest of that is just not worth taking. Well, I'm liking these little one-room challenges. Okay, and we've got like a little bit of a building here, so we can see a little bit of structure. Yeah, no, this is really good. There's a lot of things to see here. Blue key behind 3 digs. Okay, and I have 2 shovels in this room, so I'm not getting all of the attack because I've been spending my shovels. Yeah, 1, 2. Yeah, because I've been spending my shovels, I cannot ever get this. That's fine. So there's probably a challenge route. But again, as I said, we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to spend the 1 for the attack here. And I guess take a shovel into the next room, because we don't have anything else to spend shovels on here. Or we could skip a shovel, if it looks really expensive. Okay, that's pretty good to start. Any new enemies? No, same enemies as before. Eyes get cheaper. I don't know why I'm calling like the other 3 by their names, Thornblossom, Arachnid, and a Flutterwing, but then this is just eyes. Yeah, that's fine. It's eyes, it's just what it is. Alright, so +1 attack makes them cheaper, but we need 3 for Arachnids, and that is Like, unless we're fighting eyes, which eyes still hit us only 4 times, and it'll be 3 after we grab one. But basically, at this point, attack, again, doesn't really do anything for us. So... because I probably don't want to fight the eyes. I wonder what these structures are. Or were. So we'll grab the defense first. That was the cheapest. Then we can grab this. Well, if we go through here, we get another... quite a bit of defense in this area. And this is a cheaper shovel than this. Well, we probably just go through there. Which means that we probably... free attack, and it's only saving 14 on the spiders anyway. Well... we'll make things cheaper. So this attack isn't too bad. Doesn't seem to be any percent damage, so I'm just going to grab the health as I see it. Right, we are taking out eyes on this level. Good to know. 2 more attack, huh? And we have to fight a spider or 2 wraithwings. How much of a difference does it make? It's saving us 12. I think progress towards defense is more important than getting more attack. Okay, grab the defense first. 3 attack. No, it's 4 for the Thorn Blossom, actually. Okay. Which can be done. Saves me 36. Might as well. We're doing it eventually. 6 more. Well, yeah, because a spider hits 3 times, so defense makes more of a difference. Well, eyes take only 2 hits. Hold on. Two hits from behind. Yeah. Okay, grabbed all the defense there. Yeah, little bits of attack don't really matter. So what we want then... 3 does make the eyes halved. And 1 more makes spiders cheaper as well. Okay, spiders are actually cheaper than flutterwings now. Although flutterwings do become free. Okay, 1 attack, doesn't matter which one I do here. Alright. And obviously we're doing that. Things do drop Greckles. I don't know if that's ever going to be relevant. But we might as well collect the stuff that we can. In this case, you hit me for 58. Okay. So we're leaving behind a key. And I think we grabbed attack with every single shovel trade, so there was no way to get all the attack in the hold. Which is fine. It's designed around it. Also, secret walls here. Well, and broken walls up here. Broken and secret walls. Probably just decorative, given that we can't seem to backtrack and we don't have a weapon that can break walls. Do we have anything new here? We have an Emerald Elemental. Okay. Everything else is looking really cheap just because I've been stacking attack. A single attack lets me hurt you. Well. What are all these thorny plants anyway? Strong enough to chew through walled structures. Well, you might as well go for the free stuff. Okay, we can get 6 in here. I guess there's a secret room in the middle then. Interesting. A hidden room even, if I wanted to use the correct parlance. Nomenclature, jargon. Okay, so that was all free. Whoops. What do I want to spend my shovels on? Well, I'm not going through the big area, so I'm probably just doing this. Okay, and now spiders are free. So we definitely hit a point where things stopped being challenging. But we're only halfway through, so after this room we might hit a new tier of enemies. But if we have any more rooms with just these enemies, it's probably not going to put up much of a fight. Okay, so 9 attack. If we go through the golem... The thing is, the golem requires so much. Yeah. That there's no way grabbing the defense behind the golem is optimal. Until we've done probably both of these other attack points. So that means go for this defense first. Well, we could go for this defense first. Comes earlier. And if we're taking hits from you, we might as well get you from behind. Okay, we'll hold off on everything else. 1 attack. Still helps with you. That's expensive. But we will do it. For the 6 Greckles. And more importantly for the stats, which we're probably going to need going forward. Okay, we actually cleared out most of the stuff in this room. But no secret access. Okay, and 2 more attack makes you guys free from behind. No other exits that I can see. I love that song so much. You changing it? Roar! Ah! That rock just moved. And now I lost my tune. Let's try... There we go. But what am I going to do about that moving rock? Well, it has 40 defense. It's probably a good thing I grabbed that 3 attack. We still have some flutterwings. And arachnids. Okay. Well, what did I say? 2 more attack makes eyes free. So we can do that. Definitely we can get that in this room. Okay, water down here. One more attack. Emerald Elemental, typical golem stat line, I guess. Low health, high defense, so it will get cheap quickly until it just dies. Oh, that's being guarded. Any other free stuff before I start actually taking fights? Well, you two are free. The only dig in this room is here, so I guess we'll grab that. And I guess we probably just fight an eye from behind for the attack. Because attack does help Emerald Elementals, and it makes more of a difference. We could go down here. Yeah, but why? Also, we could just skip this room, like, entirely, but presumably we can't just skip every room until we get to the exit. So, let's do that. Okay, eyes are now free from behind. So yeah, I kind of wonder if I've just gotten ahead of the curve at this point. Like, if what I'm doing was intended by the architect, or if I'm being rewarded for optimization, or if I've just broken things somehow by being too efficient. But definitely at a point where I'm not terribly worried about making forward progress anymore. Alright, eyes are cheaper than thorn blossoms, although thorn blossoms will be cheaper if I grab one more attack. Is there... but one more attack also makes elementals significantly cheaper, and also the giant cheaper. Maybe we just fight one of you now? We don't save that much, but I mean, all the attack is behind an elemental. Or the giant. Okay, 3 attack helps with the elemental and the giant. And nothing else. In fact, does 6 attack help with anything? No. Okay, so now we do everything that isn't one of those that gets us something. So I guess... well, getting attack instead of getting defense... I wonder, because if I get the defense here, it actually does help more. So I think this actually makes more sense than getting the 1 defense down here. Because that saves me 3, but 3 defense saves me also 3. Okay, well... yeah, okay, I guess it probably didn't matter in the end. Okay, if I look at the stats for you, you have the only attack that's left, it doesn't matter. So it's just a matter of what order I want to do the defense. You're only hitting me 1 time. You're hitting me 3 times still. So that's the only consideration then, is the defense is worth 6 times on the giant, but 3 times on thorn blossoms. And 1 time on everything else. So getting this actually saves me 9 on you. And you. Whereas getting these 1s, which is what I get out of it, only saves 1 on you. And 6 on the giant. So I think, yeah, 15 for this guy. We'll just do that. So now you give me 3 on either of these, but each of these gives me 6 on you. But doing you gives me 3 on each of these. So I think it's actually equivalent again. It doesn't matter what order I do them in. Quick enough just to find out. Let's just see how much health we're at. Once we've done... that. No, we have to actually... Okay, we'll just grab everything because it's easier to keep track of. So 1447. And if I do it the other way... if I do it the other way, I get to save 1 defense on... So this is going to technically be slight saving. So I actually get to save 1 for this attack. So 1447. 1441. I'm saving 3 on you and 4 on you. Saving 6 on you. And 6 on you. Why is this working out this way? Am I just not mathing correctly? I might just not be mathing correctly. Did I just remember the wrong number? $14.47. $14.41. While I'm here, I guess I might as well do it in this order as well. $14.44. Okay, I am not sure why that's working out the way that it is. I'm probably just doing bad mental math, and because I am recording right now, I don't want to spend any more time thinking about it. Because that's not going to be very interesting to watch. Alright, here's our first full clear. So we're progressing, leaving treasure behind, only leaving enemies behind, leaving nothing behind. And again, it's the same enemies, don't even have a giant this time. Finally, heading in roughly the right direction. I'm starting to get cold in this dark cavern. I need 12 attack. Okay. Probably not happening. It is a little bit weird. Given that we have another room full of these types of enemies, I'm starting to think there's something else going on and there's going to be like a challenge checkpoint or something. Because otherwise I feel like the balance of this is just off. Oh, we can just go north from here. Also, I have a shovel, for what it's worth. Okay, I do have to take a hit to go through you. But let's see what's up here. Ah, we get to take a look. We can go back that way. So our reward is plus 20 attack, and the ability to attack attack walls, but we don't have the ability to get back to this room, which was, yeah, the only place where there were secrets on the border. So we do get a bunch of extra keys, though. Actually, that's a good point. Have we had a single key this entire time, aside from the blue that we skipped there? Okay, well, presumably that is very good. if we get the yeah, if we get the shovels for that. Well, I am doing attack, so I will continue to do attack. But we need... okay, the thorn blossoms don't even hurt us anymore. Unfortunately, I do have to take the hit to get through past you. Okay, another shovel. Okay, we, no attack helps with you. Well, 9 attack, I guess, would. There's only 7 in the room. So that means we go for defense first. I guess I am just spending the shovels as soon as I can, because I'm not looking ahead. So we'll just do that. Oh look, there's another walled structure. This one actually seems to still be standing. Somewhat. I wonder if I could get inside. Are these 10? 170 each. Okay. So 340 to get in, or we can just use a spear. But the enemies, that's what I was checking before the speech popped up. Same enemies still, and everything is zeroing out. So, we're just gonna get even stronger. And we got to a point where... oh, we just have enough attack to one-shot these now. Okay. You can still hurt me, though. I need 5 more attack. Which I do not have access to. Okay. And I don't have a shovel. So yeah, the shovel for 200 was clearly a bad trade, but I kind of expected that to be the case when I took it. Oops, we can hit you from behind. We have... what did I say, 340? I need 7 more, which is 2 more enemies. Alright, I guess that's you two then. This should protect me nicely from these nasty critters. Yeah, and you guys still hurt me. There's that light I saw. Perhaps I could climb out from here? Wait, what was that? Okay, it did hiss. I missed that. Thought I saw something. Grappling hook. Is that just the exit? Is that the joke? Oh, that's an enemy, not a potion. Blue and it's round. That is one huge snake. I hope I'm ready to fight it. Yes, well, I do have enough stats. Okay, that's a spear bonus area. Oh, you didn't even hurt me anymore. You do if I... okay, I have enough attack to kill you. Alright, well, we got the snake down to under 1,000. And I guess that's gonna be it. Sizable serpent slain. It was fairly sizable, that's for sure. Custom scoring. Okay, so the keys are just worth a ton. Shovels are worth a decent amount, but honestly, given that the things you can spend the shovels on, it's not worth keeping any towards the end, although I guess I did keep one. Yeah, and keys are purely score. So that's interesting, I guess. And I guess it's just a single score point. Okay, well, yeah. So I enjoyed this. The first couple of rooms were quite tricky to navigate. But definitely, I think from about this room onward, I just felt like I was too far ahead of the expected stat line. And I'm wondering if the architect just didn't get as many resources going forward as I did. Because it does feel like either that or it was just because the architect was choosing to not introduce new enemies in each room. This entry was just kind of doomed to bottom out pretty quickly. But yeah, so the weird feeling then is like I could do another run optimizing it to go in here. But it's like I wouldn't even be doing a challenge run. I would be doing like an easy mode run if I did that. Because I think having the extra 20 from the spear and the ability to, you know, skip certain things. Does that even help? I guess it helps a little bit in these other rooms, but yeah, it would just make things even easier. So yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, so like what I'm trying to say is I guess I don't really feel like I particularly need to do a second run just to get the spear. And try that out, because I feel like it's going to be the same as what we just did, but easier. But I guess that is like the main thing to keep in mind when you're playing this for optimization purposes, is just to look ahead and manage your shovels. Because there's some good stuff you can get with the shovels. Although that being said, okay, I will actually... Secrets found, 50%. Okay. Oh, okay, right, that's for the whole hold. Okay, so there is one other secret room in an entry. One hidden room. We should just stop calling them hidden rooms, maybe. I don't know. And so, a guitarist made it back to the surface, where he continued his journey. Thank you for playing my entry to the 2025 Year of RPG. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, it was pretty good. So I do want to, I'm not going to be playing through it again, but I do want to quickly take another look and just see how many shovels do I have available here. So it's 1 in this first room. And then I think it was 2 in every room after that. 3, well, 2 in a few rooms after that. 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there's not even any decision making. You're saving all of the shovels if you want to make this dig. Which means I would be giving up 1 attack, 5 attack and a defense. Okay, it might make it actually harder. 8 attack. And then once you get here, you can just get in there. Well, I guess you do have to fight this still, but that shouldn't be too hard. So you're giving up 8 attack and 1 defense to get to this point. That is actually pretty significant. So that might make things harder. But then your reward is 20 attack. So yeah, I guess the early stage, which I already found to be the most interesting part, would be even tighter, and then the rest of this would be even freer. So that would be an interesting dynamic, I guess, actually. But I will leave that for post-publication optimization. And despite the message at the end saying, "Thank you for playing my entry," it turns out that was not, in fact, the only Lova P48 entry. Signs of change next time. I will see you then.